Auto show with a whole new look, a new interior. It's basically completely redesigned. Now the front end redesign is still a little bit conservative, but it's actually more interesting than the previous generation. It's more sculpted, a lot more cut lines and such here, more dimensionality. I think it'll actually stand out a little bit better and probably will age well too. Now the profile is familiar, especially in the front. The wheels range from 17 to 19 inches. It's 19 here on this high LTZ trim level. Now one of the changes is the belt line here kind of slopes into a shoulder. It's actually kind of like almost like a shelf. And this is meant to recall the Chevy Camaro, which is kind of setting the tone for the rear end of the cars. The previous generation was a very bland design. It didn't really fit with much of the Chevy family. This definitely sticks out more, whether you like it or not. GM has greatly improved its interior quality in recent introductions, and this new Malibu is no exception. Generally really nice quality materials just about everywhere. Now in this particular show car, there are lots of different colors and textures. There's kind of brown, dark brown, orange, blue accent stitching. It's a bit over the top. We'll see if the real thing ends up having that. Here we notice the center console is actually quite small in terms of width, but it's rather deep. They attempt to make up for that to some extent with this LCD screen in the dashboard that opens up, tilts out of the way, and gives you another storage space here. In terms of roominess, one thing we've noticed about the Cruze, the compact car, is it has a lot of seat travel. Same thing's true here. I can go back farther than I need to be. I can't even drive. I'm 6 feet tall. I couldn't drive this far back. So when I set it to a more comfortable position, here's what we have for backseat legroom. What I find back here is my knees are clear of the backrest, which is good, but the floor is a little bit high, which raises my knees and kind of cuts on support here. We're getting a lot more critical of backseat room in midsize cars, partly because compacts and subcompacts are getting pretty roomy in their back seats. The Malibu has certainly been modernized. The new engine will be a 2.5-liter version of the EcoTech 4-cylinder. It'll get up to 190 horsepower, which is a nice boost. We don't know what the fuel economy is yet. The transmission, also a 6-speed, has been updated, they say, which makes it shift faster. It did have some lag before. That'll be a big improvement. Will there be a V6? We don't know. Will there be a turbocharged 4-cylinder instead? That's also a possibility. We won't know until early